So we got to have a conversation about how bad this country has gotten for young people. Because I seen something here on TikTok that was pretty shocking, but it made a lot of sense. And from what I'm hearing, there are many young people doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know what's happening around this country. And this is a straight survival tactic, because if the rent is high, the food is high, the gas is high, just life is high, right? But the wages are not keeping pace and allowing people to have a living wage. So what young people are doing right now, and this is going to shock you, they're living in storage units. There is a huge group of people that are saving a lot of money by living in a storage unit. And they said they're only paying $150 a month, right? And in that storage unit, they have access to power, they have access to water, a clean restroom, and they're saying that it's climate control. So if it's cold outside, the heater's on in there. If it's hot outside, the AC is on in it. So it's a climate controlled inside storage unit. So I don't know if you guys have seen that video on here, but the guy has the boxes stacked up on the edge of his storage where he walks around. Then he has his couch, a little place to cook, they have a little electric generator. But just the fact that the youth cannot survive in this economy in America is pretty shocking. And it's something that whoever, takes the position of leadership in this country, they need to really pay attention to just what Americans are going through, because it's not just young people. It's anyone who makes under $174,000 a year. If you're not making 174 plus, especially if you have kids, you're suffering right now. You're not doing good in this country. So that is a crazy number, because it can be two parents combined, and they won't bring home or make that amount. So when the bar has been raised that high, people are living off credit. People are stressed out. Their mental states are on edge. That's why you're seeing a lot of road rage and everything going through this country, because people are on edge because they're running out of money in America. So something has to change, and I believe help is on the way. Peace and love.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's Talk Reactions, where we talk about trending topics and events. I am your host, India. In today's topic, we will be talking about Americans are living in storage units. Yeah, that's right, storage units. You store, you save, all of those storage units, people are actually living in them. And I'm not talking about, just putting their things in there and living with someone else. I'm talking about actually living inside the storage, putting their things in there, decorating the storage up to be a living space, whether it's a bedroom, a living room, efficiency. They are actually living inside of the storage unit. Now, I know some of y'all probably are like, what? Is this really what's going on in the economy? And it is. And we're going to look at a few videos to see what people are doing. How are they surviving, even living like this? Because you guys know storages do not always have 24-hour access. They close at a certain time. Not only that, the storage units are motion censored, which means that the lights go out in the storage unit after a certain time when there's no movement or no motion in the storage. So if you're just in the storage and you're not moving around, let's say you're watching TV because they're living in the storage, then that means there's no motion. The lights are going to go off. So that means you're going to have to move around in order to get light in there. The light is not controlled. You have no control of electricity. There's also no power outlets. So it's like, how are y'all surviving like this? There's no stove. There's no way for you to cook in there. I don't know how they are making this happen, but we're going to watch a few videos to see what they're doing. How long are they doing this? How long have they been doing this? And how are they surviving in a storage unit? I know this sounds crazy. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content. So let's just get into the first reaction.
Y'all, people really be living in a storage unit. So you see these people? They just got in. Man, when I say my husband know everybody, but y'all, we like, where these folk at? Said that woman right there. We like, where these folks at? Because we cleaning out our storage unit. And baby, they come out of there, they open up the damn door from the inside and come out. I guess for the morning. Y'all, people be really living in their storage. They got a vehicle up. They got another one. Oh my, it was 3 people and some puppies. They got some dogs. Oh, I ain't getting that. Oh my God. They got some dogs, y'all. Look. All of them came out the storage. I can't wait till my husband get back in the car.
Okay, sorry for laughing, but I didn't expect that at the end. But people are definitely living in their storage, but I don't know, like, I don't know why this is a thing. Anytime it's somebody that's homeless or going through something, I guess pets are just so comforting to people because, you know, there's somebody you can talk to that's not going to judge you. They're going to sit, they're going to listen. You can cry to them, you can vent to them, you can hug on them, you can love on them, and you can feel like you have a friend, a supporter, you know, somebody that still loves you and appreciates you. Because there's no way, if I'm already at my lowest of low, that I would want to bring an animal into this type of living as well. But I think that is just like the staple of homelessness. You see, anytime somebody is homeless, they always have a pet, preferably a dog that is right there along with them. Now, I don't think I would have recorded nobody living, you know, in a situation like that because we don't know their situation. She said it was 4 people and I think 1 or 2 dogs. For somebody to get that lowest of the low, because she said they have a vehicle, they don't seem to be dirty or like I wouldn't say homeless because they pretty much are homeless. They don't have a home to live in, but they don't seem to be like, you know, abusing any drugs or anything where they're just wandering on the street and they are, you know, breaking into a storage. Obviously, they're paying the storage rent to be there. They have a car. They have to pay the insurance. They have to put gas in it. So it seems like people that are, you know, genuinely having a hard time, and that was the final solution that they came up with. And, you know, I pray that I never have to face anything like that, because you just never know. It's them today and then you tomorrow. So, you know, to record somebody at their lowest, I don't think, you know, that's something that I would ever do. Gratefully, you can't really see the people's faces or anything like that. So I wouldn't, you know, I don't think that, you know, it's not too much of a problem. But just to, you know, record is just like, you know, wow, like to see that this is something very serious and very real. And then for them, it looked like they are on the outside unit. They're not even in the air conditioned AC unit, you know, the air conditioned building part where they have the ACs. They look like they're outside on the units that's on the outside that does not have AC, which is even worse because, like I said, there is no AC. There is no AC in there. There is no power outlets to plug up a fan or anything like that. I don't know, because the way they had the car parked up right there, I don't know if they're running things from the car, because you have, like, you know, electronics and things that you can run from your car's battery, but that's just making an extra problem, because then you're going to run your car's battery dead, and now your car's going to be broke down at the storage, and you're going to have to either buy another battery or possibly need a jump. So, I mean, to see people living like this it just shows you how bad the economy is. So let's just look at another video and see how they're living, you know, in the storage unit.
I live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise. I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep. So this is our living space. Very, very grateful to have this space. The next goal is to get an RV. The next goal after that, tiny home. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just prepare something cold inside of the unit. Sandwiches, a lot of times we make salad. If we want to get power, we use our power bank. They also have power here so we can charge our power bank. Me and my baby will live here as long as we need to until we get the shelter that we want. Because we're living here, now we can save up more money to get what we really want. We're in it for the long haul. Thank you for the support. Thanks for watching.
Wow, to be cooking food in front of a U-Haul, well, a storage place is crazy. I'm pretty sure people be walking by like, what? I'm surprised they never got reported, because we all know people don't mind their business, child. Clearly, y'all seen a clip before. Somebody was recording, not minding their business, recording these people while they are living inside of a storage unit. So I'm surprised that people, have not kicked them out or said anything, because that's very much alarming. But I mean, everybody knows that, people are going through stuff, and, it's hard out here. But to see that they have a power bank, that's good to know that that's how they're getting electricity for some things, is they have a power bank. And then he said that I guess they go and find the electrical plugs that's within the storage units in order to charge up their electrical banks. So that was good to know, and see how are they making it by living in the storage, because some of the questions that I did have, he pretty much answered them. Of course, he was sarcastic about a few things, getting exercise in there, playing music inside of there and things like that. It's like, okay, at least that gives y'all some type of humor, in spite of what it is that y'all going through. But they are saving, which means that they have to be working. So I'm guessing they go to work, they leave from there, they go to work. What I would have wanted to know is, how are they taking a bath? Are they using like a family member to bathe and then come back there just to sleep? Or are they doing like most people doing, go to a gym to shower at a gym and then come back there to sleep? So that was something that I would have wanted to know. How are they making it through with that? So let's just look at another reaction and see how people are surviving with living in a storage.
Yo, you good in there? Yeah, I'm just moving things around. What you mean moving things around? Yo, can't be sleeping in here, bro. It's a storage facility.
Bro, you're disturbing my workplace.
Nah, bro, you can't sleep here, bro.
Wow, so it looks like he done got caught in the storage facility. And his storage facility don't really look furnished like that. Like, it's not a bunch of clothes and things in there. His unit was actually pretty nice. It looks like he had his stuff like placed in there really nice, just a bed. Look like he don't have, much clothes or anything. There's a lot of space in there. It's not cluttered. It don't really look like somebody's actually living in there. It looked like the bed is just in there and he's laying on it. But, I wonder what happens when they get caught inside of these stores. Do you get banned? Are you given a fine? Because like I said, they are paying for these storages, so they have information on file on you. So I'm pretty sure they can definitely, put a hefty fine on you for violating storage rules and stuff like that. So the economy is bad. It is. And, it's sad that this is the result that people are having to resort to, because not everybody has family or friends that they can, live with. So let's see what else is going on.
This is low-key crazy. So this dude is getting arrested for living out of this storage unit for 2+ years after his friend snitched on him. Just wait till you see this place. Now I feel he low-key has a solution to homelessness. And he's quite the decorator. We're going to get into all the little details here. But just the fact that he was living here for 2 years and nobody had any idea tells us that small units like this could be a solution. I mean, which would you rather have it? In small units like this, or you have them on the streets? Now, taking a deeper look, bro was low-key cooking. He's got a little microwave oven in there. I don't know what these are exactly, but it looks like something that you can use for working out. Don't know why he's got so many of them, though. And he doesn't have a laundry unit, so obviously his dirty clothes are gonna pile up. He's got a little speaker system and a gaming chair. I wonder if he's got a PS5 in there somewhere. But what do you guys think? Should they have arrested him, or should they have just kicked him out? Personally, I'd rather have him living out of here than right on the street. But what do you think?
Wow, that is crazy. Just to see the way he had that storage unit set up, he done did graffiti and everything inside the storage unit. But 2 years undetected? What did they charge him with? Probably vandalism, because he definitely vandalized the unit with all of that spray paint and stuff. But Ah, man, the economy is bad. People are on their last limb, and whatever they can do to try to survive is what people are going to do. And you really cannot judge because we all are going through something. It is extremely hard. Groceries are high, the cost of living is high, daycare is high, rent is high, mortgage is high. Everything is freaking high. So, people living in storage units is starting to become the norm. A lot of people are figuring that it's cheaper to do that and still, be able to survive. So comment down below. Let me know, would that ever be an option for you? Do you think that, if things got that bad that you would consider living in a storage? Do you think you would be able to survive living in a storage? Also, like, do you agree with it? Do you feel like this is something that, is a safety hazard that you think, should be reported and not allowed? Or are you one of those people that just sit back, mind your business, and let people do what they have to do to figure out life? Comment down below. Let me know. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this type of content. I am your host, India, and I would love to see you again on my next video. See you guys in the next one. Bye.